Hey guys, my name is Loveless, and this time we're here with a short one. I do promise that I will do the Angsty Bakugo next, but this one I'm like compelled to read it. Blame my best friend. She gave me a TikTok that actually pairs with what the fuck did you just call me really, really well. So I just have to. Alright, let's get straight into it. This is a crazy. Oh yeah, and also it's made by Eternal Rights. Or Eternal_Rights. Kaminari knew it was a horrible idea to begin with, but this week had been difficult. Aizawa Sensei had dropped a quiz into their laps this morning, unprompted. But if you ask anyone else, Aizawa had told them about this a week in advance. And All Might had gave him a really hard mission to complete. Of course, Kaminari managed to fuck that up royally and make a fool of himself in front of the entire class. So, all in all, it's been a rough time for him. He honestly did it the first time as a joke. He'd expect to get blown up on the spot as soon as the words left his mouth, expecting a string of curses. He expected anger and ruthlessness. He expected Bakugo's usual explosive behavior, the yelling, the screaming, all the works. He got none of that in the end. As soon as it left his lips, Bakugo looked up from his phone, more shocked than Kaminari had ever seen him. Kacchan? Bakugo said nothing. Did nothing. He turned back to his phone with a huff. There was a hint of annoyance in his burning red eyes. Of course there was. But nothing else happened. Yudaraka, who's been sitting in the kitchen eating a snack and watching YouTube on her phone, snapped her head up. What did you just call him? Nothing, Kaminari replied, crossing his arms, fear pulling in his stomach like acid. Why wasn't he yelling at him? Why wasn't he exploding the couch? And Kaminari along with it? Why wasn't he reacting? Kaminari gulped and scrambled to get a hold of his phone. He needed to tell Ashido and Kirishima. This was fucking huge. These would be on headlines for news. He was fucking sure of it. But Yudaraka didn't drop it. You called Bakugo Deku's nickname, didn't you? Shut up, Kaminari hissed desperately, even though Bakugo could definitely hear every word. His hand shook, and he raised a glance at said boy. He continued scrolling through articles, or whatever he was doing. Kaminari frantically turned back to his phone as he abruptly stood. Denki has created a chat. Denki has added Kirishima, Ashido, and Sero to the chat. Denki has changed their nickname to Pikachu. Denki has changed their chat to I just called Bakugou Kacchan. Ashido changed their nickname to Alien Queen. Sero changed their nickname to Tape Arms. Pikachu. Listen, guys. I just called Bakugou Kacchan. Tape Arms. What the fuck? Alien Queen. Don't leave me in suspense, Kaminari. What happened? Kirishima. He's dead. There's no way he's actually alive right now. Alien Queen. Bro, spill the tea. Also, why is your nickname still your actual name, Kirishima? Kirishima. I couldn't think of any good names. Tape Arms changed Kirishima to Rock Hard Abs. No way. Alien Queen. Then make your own nickname. Rock Hard Abs. But I can't think of one. Pikachu. Does anyone care about what I just did? Tape Arms. We're in the middle of a nickname crisis here. Pikachu changed Rock Hard Abs to Thick Skinned. Pikachu. Now, I called Bakugou fucking Kacchan and survived. Alien Queen. Baku Squad meeting in my room without Bakubro. Tape Arms. On my way. Pikachu. Let me in. Pikachu. Let me in. Alien Queen. Fine. Kaminari was practically vibrating with energy when Ashido finally opened the door to let him inside. Her room was pink and frilly and girly. Her bed sheets were light pink, her carpet was pink, she even had a bright neon pink rug, but her walls were covered in scary movie posters and anime posters. It clashed harshly with her aesthetic, but it wasn't Kaminari's place to judge. They were best friends. A few seconds later, Kirishima and Sero finally showed up. Kirishima and Sero finally showed up, looking more eager than they sounded in the group chat. Kirishima closed the door behind him, eyes glinting with excitement. So, tell us what happened. Yeah. Sero practically ran across the room to shake his shoulders. What did you do? How did you survive? And he told them. He told them how he was sitting on the couch and he just blurted it out. Nothing happened. There had been no reaction. What do you mean he didn't do anything? Ashido screamed, pulling on her own fluffy pink hair. Did someone possess him? Kirishima started to pace back and forward, and it was making Kaminari worried. Then he suddenly sucked in a sharp breath and turned to all of them all of a sudden. Let's hex Midoriya. We can't, Kaminari said. He's spending the weekend with his mom. God damn it, Kirishima grumbled. I'm gonna tell everyone, Ashido told them, getting out her phone. Ashido has created a group chat. Ashido has added Kirishima, Sero, Denki, Asui, Uraraka, Ida, Jiro, and 10 others. Ashido changed the name of the chat to Kacchan. Ida, what's this? Why aren't Bakugou and Midoriya in this chat? Uraraka, Denki called Bakugou Kacchan. Todoroki, so I should be expecting to see his corpse somewhere around the dorm? Asui, what the fuck? I didn't even hear any explosions. Kirishima, he survived. Bakugou didn't say anything. Uraraka, I know, it's fucking weird. Ashido, you were there. Denki, you were sitting in the kitchen, stalking me. Ida, I cannot condone this behavior from you, Uraraka. We may be friends, but stalking is a villainous act. Uraraka, I wasn't stalking him. I was eating snacks and watching YouTube videos. Shinso, what's going on? I was napping. Ashido, it's 1 in the afternoon. Why are you napping? Shinso, 'cause I was playing Skyrim until 8 in the morning. Denki, that's hardcore, babe. Sero, are you cheating one on me, babe? Denki, what? No, I love you. Shinso, so why did you call him Kacchan and survived? Denki, yeah. Uraraka, pitchfork emojis. Uraraka, I have an idea. Shinso, Mom, I'm scared. Yayorozu, I'm here for you. Denki, what's your idea? No, don't listen to her ideas. She'll get us all killed. Denki, what? Asui, one time she told Deku he should. Uraraka, no, don't you tell them. Asui, you backstabber. Denki, she told him to do what? Kirishima, the suspense. Tell us, Asui. Asui has been kicked from the chat by Uraraka. Ashido, shocked emoji. Ashido has added Asui to the chat. Asui, where was I? Uraraka, god damn it. Ashido, you were telling us about Uraraka's terrible ideas? Asui, oh. There was one time she told Deku he should see how hard he could throw a baseball. Like during the first day of school. And he did it and broke a classroom window a few miles away. It's not that bad. Asui, it gets worse. There was also one time where Uraraka convinced all of us and Deku to break into Aizawa's room to get a picture of his cat pajamas. Denki, did you get a picture? Uraraka, of course we did. Aizawa cat pajamas JPG. Asui, Deku was the one who got detention for it though. He was the one who took the picture. Uraraka, always taking one for the team. Asui, or the one time she dared to switch out Bakugou's shampoo for hair dye. Sero, is that why he showed up in class with blue hair last month? Uraraka, yep. Sero, that's fucking epic. Asui, she also dared him to ask Bakugou out. Uraraka, that went well. Asui, it went well the second time. Ashido, Deku asked him out twice? Denki, they're dating? Tokoyami, some type of emoji. I don't know what it is. Shinso, and to think I thought Bakugou was asexual. Shoji, shocked emoji. Sato. Oh my fucking god. Yutaraka. That was supposed to be a secret. Don't tell them I told you guys. Anyway, I had an idea and you guys distracted me. We should all start calling him Kacchan. Sero. But I want to live. Kirishima. Ditto. Yutaraka. You don't have a choice. Shinso. Mom, I'm scared. Yaoyorozu. Same. Kacchan. It's boring without you to pick on. Deku. That's mean, Kacchan. Kacchan. Come back to the dorms already. I want to watch movies. Deku. You can watch movies with Baku Squad. Kacchan. If you ever say that again, I'll explode you. Deku. Hot. Kacchan. Eh? Deku. Nothing. I said nothing. Deku. I'll be back before Monday. Promise. Kacchan. What about now? Deku. But... Kacchan. Now! I want a kiss. Deku. Did Yutaraka steal your phone? Kacchan. No, you fucking nerd. I'm just bored by myself. Deku. We could play Minecraft together when I get back. Kacchan. No, I want to watch movies. Deku. You just want an excuse to make out with me. Kacchan. So what if I do? We haven't kissed in forever. Deku. 2 days. It's been 2 days. Kacchan. Hold on. Let's FaceTime. Deku. Okay. Izuku waited silently for his phone to ring. It didn't take more than a second before the screen lit up with a call, and he answered. Kacchan was in his room, from what Izuku can tell. He was watching TV alone. Suddenly, Kacchan wasn't the only one who missed their time together. But he missed his mom, and he wanted to spend time with her. He couldn't very well just up and leave in the middle of the weekend. I wish you were here right now, Kacchan grumbled, and Izuku could practically smell his annoyance. Same, Izuku replied, running a hand through his hair. Who's going to make sure that my feet don't get cold at night? Kacchan snorted at that, but in the exact moment, the door to his room swung open. Hey, Kacchan! Someone exclaimed. Yutaraka? He recognized her voice from anywhere. Izuku tightened his grip on the phone and suppressed the urge to scowl. He could practically feel a vein popping out of his head. Want to help me study? Yutaraka just called his Kacchan? She just called him Kacchan? In a fit of anger, he abruptly hung up. Kacchan. Why'd you hang up? Kacchan. Hello? Deku is offline. Ichiro just wanted to play cards with him. That's all he wanted, but Yutaraka insisted he use this chance to call Bakugou Kacchan. He didn't want to. He didn't want to risk his life like that. He didn't want to risk getting his head bitten off by Bakugou. But as he walked down the stairs into the living room, Yutaraka watching him from the kitchen, he realized he had no choice. Hey, Ejiro began shakily, but he couldn't bring himself to speak. Bakugou looked up at him from his spot on the couch watching the news. Tomorrow was Monday, and this man was watching the fucking news? He would have joked about it, but he was too nervous. Spit it out, shitty hair, he mumbled moodily. He took a deep breath. His lungs shuddered with it, and he cleared his throat slightly. Saying Kacchan didn't feel right. It's something only Deku got to do. Do you want to play cards, Kacchan? Bakugou thought for a moment. Yeah, sure. Ijiro couldn't believe his fucking eyes. Shota had no idea what was going on with his children when he stepped into his classroom. First off, Midoriya was brooding in the corner, which was unusual for him. Usually, he's bouncing around with so much energy, Shota wanted to off himself. Even Denki couldn't match his wavelength. He was always so ready for his lesson and plain excited to be here at UA. It's like he's consistently in heaven, and every single day he's basking in the glory of it, cherishing every second of it so he would never forget. So when Shota noticed that Midoriya was sulking and broody, he was concerned and determined to find out why. But it would wait until after class. He still had to teach before he could talk to him. But every once in a while, he glanced at his student, and Midoriya would be grumpily taking notes. And he realized exactly why he was so grumpy, so moody, and overall kind of depressed. It was kind of funny and shocking to watch, which on its own is strange, but what made Shota almost drop his cup of coffee was what he said. Hey, can you help me with a math problem, Kacchan? What the fuck is going on? And then Shota glanced warily at Midoriya, and it was truly a sight to behold. He snapped his pencil in half, glaring at the paper on his desk. He looked absolutely murderous. Shota knew for a fact that no one in his class had ever called Bakugou Kacchan except for Midoriya. That name was for his to use, but their classmates went yelling it for him to hear. Shota wouldn't admit it, but he was kind of worried. Midoriya didn't seem happy in the least. In fact, Shota debated on holding him down, but he kind of wanted to see what would happen. And then Tokiyami said it, not even 10 seconds later. Hey, help me too, Kacchan. I have a headache, Midoriya blurted out suddenly before standing, his chair screeching loudly. I'm going to Recovery Girl. Izuku would give it one more time before he exploded. If any of them said it one more time, it wasn't going to be pretty. He was so angry. Hey, Deku, let's lift some weights together, Kirishima explained, coming down from his room. He looked cheerful. It pissed him off. It didn't matter that all of his classmates were in the living room right now. He was pissed. Fuck off, he growled, and Kirishima sputtered. Yudarako, who had been sitting next to him, gasped. Deku! Why'd you say that? She exclaimed, her face contorted into a look of utter shock. Shut up, he groaned, no longer holding himself back. Everyone called his Kacchan Kacchan. He was sick of it. They could all fuck off for all he cared. He was pissed at everyone. Everyone had stolen his nickname for his boyfriend. He wanted nothing to do with them right now, not even Kacchan himself. Even as he came downstairs to drag Izuku upstairs to watch movies, he stood in his seat grumpily stomping almost all the way up the stairs. He's being so mean, Kacchan. That was the last fucking straw. He saw red, and honestly, he didn't even notice that he was very slowly walking back down the stairs with a look of fury. All he knew was that he had Denki by the collar, glaring nothing but daggers at him. What did you just call him? Nothing, Denki screeched, and all the blood seemed to drain from his face. I didn't say anything. I'll fucking kill you. Babe, Kacchan tried, a chuckle leaving his lips, but he sounded excited. Calm down. What? Yudaraka mumbled, a smirk pulling at her lips. You don't like it when someone calls him If any of you say it again, Izuku muttered darkly, I'll break your damn legs. Roger that, Kirishima mumbled pitifully, and suddenly the world tilted, and Izuku was thrown over someone's shoulder, Kacchan to be exact. Izuku screeched. Put me down, Kacchan! He yelled, but Kacchan pretended not to hear him. He marched all the way upstairs to his room, with Izuku over his shoulder. Why are we going to your room? And suddenly he was on Kacchan's bed, and his boyfriend was hovering over him. That was really hot. I was just mad, Izuku pouted, turning his face away from Kacchan as the other boy looked at him. It was hot, Kacchan repeated again, his lips ghosting against Izuku's jaw, and Izuku swallowed. I was wondering how long it would take before you lost your shit. Yeah, well, maybe I should start calling you Bakugou, Izuku grumbled and glared at him. Kacchan looked amused, but slightly angry. I can't believe you let them all call you Kacchan. You know only I get to call you that. Kacchan lifted his hands, drifting over his shirt, and Izuku sighed. He leaned down to place gentle kisses on Izuku's lips before whispering in his ear, If you ever call me Bakugou, I'll break your legs. You promise? Izuku replied with a grin. Kacchan was shaking with laughter, but it didn't stop him from placing a kiss on his jaw. Izuku couldn't concentrate. He couldn't think about anything other than Kacchan's lips that were traveling down his jaw, all the way to his collarbone. You know, I'm always yours, Suzu-chan. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, this is like a crack fic. I love every second of that. It was awesome. I love it. Oh man. Chef's kiss to the author. Man, that was great. Especially like the ending, and then man, I wanted to see some carnage. Yutaraka is dumb as fuck. But it's whatever, I guess. And man, I kind of wish that I didn't have to say the names for everybody in the text messages parts. But I know that it'll be confusing because, like, you can only tell about the different voices, but only so much. But there were too many people to really be doing it by voices. So I had to say the names, which sucked. But better than nothing because I enjoyed doing this one. So if you want to see more of this, which my next one is going to be Bakugou Angst, besides the other two stories that I'm doing. If you want to see more of this, you know what to do.